Good morning, everybody. I thought I would do a little bit of creating this morning, and I thought I would just pop the camera on and video the process. So I have a few bits and pieces here that I've just grabbed. I don't have much of an idea as to which way I'm going to go, so this could change, but I'm thinking of perhaps making a page builder embellishment, and I thought I could maybe talk you through the process as well. So let's see how we go. I've got some dusty chipboard. These are some frames from the Minte frame book. So I've got those. They were just left over from another project. I've got some little birdie flowers, which I thought were nice. Just got a bit of foliage. I always like to put a little bit of foliage, just die cuts. It just kind of gives a bit of a softer look, takes a lot of the harsh lines off of your project. I have, what have we got? Some doilies here. This frame, I don't know whether I'll use this frame this way or maybe that way. These were left over again from another project. So I thought there's some leaves in here, or maybe even these flourish type things I could use. And I thought these were really neat too. These are, what are they called? Ornate pendants. I thought they might work as well. So let's see how we go. Let's get this chipboard out. So I've got that out already. When you're taking your chipboard out, a lot of people say they find it difficult. The easiest way to do it is you'll notice there's little notches here and here connecting them. And all you need to do is just snip those little notches. On there. And then they should just fall out. So that's those. So you'll see there will be a little notch somewhere holding them in down here. That's the first one. I can see one here. There's another one here as well. Let's see how we go. There we go. Simple. There's one here. I don't know if I'll use both of these, but I will cut them out and we will see how we go. There's another one here. And there's another one there as well. Oops. Oops. I think we're done. Yep. Okay. So, keep in mind, I'm working on my mat. This is 12 by 12. So this is the size of my page. So I'm kind of using that as a guideline. So these are actually two different sizes. I like that too. So I could actually get two out of that, couldn't I? Or do I just keep it as one? Okay, I think I like the bigger doily on the smaller pendant, maybe. Oh no, maybe not. How about we try both of them? We could have one here and we could have one here. So what I generally do first is I just lay everything out before I think too much about colours and covering my chipboard. So now I'm thinking, I've got these frames here. This one's already cut out. I have this here, maybe. I could have my flower here, maybe. Let's see. So these are the little birdie flowers, and they're really cool in the way that they're already all done for you. So you don't need to add anything to them. So I'm thinking I could have this sitting here like this. So now I'm thinking on my photo, where my photo would go. I like those two. Might keep them for something else. So my photo could sit here. Could sit here on your page. This is a 3x4 photo as well. Could even sit under here. So instead of having that as a frame, just a bit of a layering piece as well. Or we pop this side here. Down there maybe. And your photo here too. You could actually put a little photo in there. My first thought was some acetate behind it, and maybe as a shaker, like a window maybe. I've got these as well, so I like to use these. I think these, whoops, kind of make the difference. They just soften everything a little bit. Oops. How's that looking? Yep. Okay, so I've got a bit of an idea. Let's now think about colours. So to colour my chipboard, I'm going to use the Card Deco ink from Couture Creations, and I really like this ink because it's a pigment ink, so you can emboss with it. And it also has like a pearlescent sheen as well through it, which I really like. So I'm thinking, I don't think we'll go pink. What else have we got? Navy blue. That might be nice. Oh, was that brown? Yeah. This burgundy. This might look pretty cool. Let's try that. So I'm thinking I'm going to get a scrap piece of paper. I could just do this directly onto my mat, but I'm thinking of also throwing over some embossing powder. So I'm going to cover these with some ink, and I'm not pressing hard, I'm just gently pressing. You can see here you'll need to go over a couple of times. I find it better to just gently press rather than swipe, because when you swipe you not only dirty your ink pad, it tends to rip into the foam a little bit as well. So just gently over the top. I like that colour. So I think what I might do while it's still wet is throw some clear embossing powder over the top. If we can find some of that, bear with me. So this is just clear embossing powder. So I'm just going to do the one just to see if I like that. I'm going to use my heat gun, so it might be a little bit noisy. Starting to turn now. Always love watching embossing powder melt. Oops, I could just see a little spot that's not quite taken. There we go. It's better. Okay. Can you see that? It actually has a little bit of shimmer in it. So what I might also do to that is add a little bit of wax over the top. Okay, what shall we go with? I think let's try the brass. Oops. So I'm not completely covering it, I'm just hitting it in spots. There we go. Can you see that? Looks really cool. So I'm going to repeat that process for the other pendant, and I will be back shortly. Okay, so I'm back. I've done both my little ornaments. Just added a little bit of the wax to both of them, and I'm quite happy with how they look. They actually look quite regal, don't they, that colour? Right, so we've now got this doily here. Let me think. Don't know if I want them over the top of the doily. Let's just keep in mind my 12 by 12. I think I'm going to go over the top, but before I do that, I probably need to think of a colour. I think that might sit better too. Okay, I'm fussing about small things at the minute. Nothing's stuck. I don't need to be that fussy. Okay, let's pick a colour. We are going to do this navy, maybe. Might look nice. Navy and burgundy. What do you think? Let's give that a go. Okay, there's my piece of paper. Put them out of the way. So if I was going to have this completely covered with bits and pieces, I wouldn't bother covering the whole thing with the ink. But because I am going to probably see some of it, I'm going to need to cover the whole lot. And it looks like my little ink pad is nearing the very end of its life. Let's see what we can do here. Well, I quite like that muted colour too. I can just blend in some of the ink. You can see a little bit here from the pad, some of the lines. I don't want to see those lines, so I just need to blend them a little bit. Okay, I think that's going to be fine. I quite like those two colours together too. I'm not going to emboss that. I'm just going to leave it. So can you see the shimmer? Really pretty. I'm going to give it a quick dry off though. Okay. And I can just see a couple of spots here that I've missed. Let's just have another go. That's better. Okay. This here. We might try the other side. I always tend to work on the right hand side for some reason, so I might switch it up a little bit, and let's try on the left, hey? Okay. Got this frame here still. Oops, and I've got these flowers. Don't want to cover too much of that pendant up. Maybe we even just need one of those pendants. Let's just try taking the smaller one away. Or that way might work. Kind of like that. Right, what I'm going to do is I want to put some acetate behind this frame. Just cut this down a bit too. Whoops. So this is the wider tape as well that I'm using. I tend to be using this a lot more lately than the 6mm. Okay. Okay, so that just gives a little bit of extra interest. I could even build that up and make that into a bit of a shaker, couldn't I? Maybe. I wonder if I've got anything to put in there. I'm just going to have a look, see what I've got in my stash that I can use to make a little shaker out of that little frame, and I'll be back just a sec. Okay, so I've found some glitter to pop in my little frame. This was just a glass glitter, Prima glass glitter. I have added acetate to the back of my frame. I've then added foam tape all around the edges, and you want to make sure that your edges are all meeting, otherwise your glitter is going to fall out. I've also cut myself a second piece of acetate because I want to stick that over the top so that it's actually clear. I had thought about putting pattern paper behind it, but I like the idea of still being able to see what's going on underneath. Yeah, so let's do that. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of this in. Wish me luck, because generally I don't do glitter, but we'll see how we go, hey? I really need to get like a little scoop, but just being lazy. I think that's probably plenty. I don't want it to be over the top. You can't see through it. So let's just, oh, what do you reckon? A little bit more? Just a little bit more. Yeah, okay, that's it. No more. Put the glitter down. Walk away from the glitter. Okay, so now we just need to be a little bit careful that it doesn't go everywhere while we're peeling off the backing tape. So what I think I might do now is stick this other piece of acetate. Well, my fingers are starting to stick. Stick that on now. And then, okay, we're half trapped. That's it. Oh, I can breathe. Always get nervous with glitter. Okay, let's clean my mess up. How are we going? There we go. Look at that. Now I'm just going to, I don't know if you can see, but I can see I have a little bit of acetate showing here. So I'm just going to trim that. Oh. So let's get rid of that one. I think the rest are pretty good. So we've done a good job of that because there's no glitter going anywhere, and I think it is just enough. Okay, let's see. I will try and make this fanning about as painless as possible for you, but I am a bit of a fiddler. I'll, yeah, come back 2, 3, 4 times just to make sure I've got it exactly how I like it. Maybe that way. Nope, that way. Oh my goodness. Just stick it down, girl. Right. Let's get some glue on the back of this. Actually, I might just hold them here and put the glue here. So I'm using the art glitter glue. This is probably my favorite at the moment, but you can use whatever glue you have. Just make sure it's relatively strong and it also dries clear. That's always a good thing. Oh, once it's stuck and I can't change my mind. Let's do it, yeah, do it. I'm unsure about how they're sitting. Oh, I think that might be better. Do it, just do it. It's just chipboard. I'm not curing cancer, I'm just playing. Okay, it's down, it's done. Right, we've got my little frame here, this little one here. Yeah, see, I should have moved it up. Let's see how we go. Can we move? I think I want that up a little bit higher. And maybe over a tad more. I think that's better. I'm not too worried about that glue. You're not going to see that. It will dry clear, and most of this other stuff is going to cover it too. So I'm thinking the little frame here. Let's see where my photo would go. I'll probably put my photo here. I think maybe. So the other thing I'm also mindful of is making sure that it's straight. How are we going there? Yep, that's pretty cool. That's not so cool. Do we need more of these? I could pop that over the top. Right, I'm going to stick this frame down here. Yep, let's do that. So I'm just popping a little bit of glue here. Let's try this way, that's better. Okay, are we straight? We need to make sure that this here is straight on the line, and then the frame is straight. Cool. Right. Then got this, which I was thinking of putting over the top here, possibly. And then that's going to give you somewhere to tuck your photo underneath, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, so let's colour this. I'm going to stick with the blue again. And again, I won't need to colour all of this, just around the outside, because we're not going to see it all. It's a really nice blue, that one too. That is the navy blue. Okay, that's enough. We're going to stick that about here, I think. And because we've got this gap here, this is where I'm going to pop one of these little fillers. Just breaks that up a little bit, like that. Okay. Right. So because we've got a bit of height and dimension going on here, I'm going to lay this flat with glue. This other part here, I'm going to pop some foam tape underneath. And I'm also going to pop a little bit of glue on there too. kind of like that. I might even add, what have we got here? Yep, no problems. I'm just filming. Hang on. Okay, sorry, I'm back again. Interrupted by hubby this time, organising dinner for tonight. So, where are we at? Okay, yep. This is looking pretty good. I have cut these out from the Minte paper pad. The, what's it called? Let me see. This one here. The wing book. So this has got lots of birds, butterflies, insects, some really cool stuff in there. So I've cut them out because I'm thinking that this little guy here might look nice tucked in here. I don't think I've stuck this down though yet. Nope. So let's get some glue on that. I might even put 2 of those there. Yeah, I quite like both of those. So let's pop some glue on the back of this. And that's going to sit about here. Yep. There we go. Don't know whether to use this butterfly instead. I kind of like the butterflies more than the birds. We'll come back to that. We'll think on that. What else have we got? We've got these little chipboard leaves, which I could tuck under there. That's starting to get a little bit too full on, so no, we won't tuck them under there. I do like these metal. Let me just see if I cut that. So these are actually thin enough just to cut with the craft scissors. Whoops. Just pushing them in just to stop the sharp edges. I kind of like that. Tucked under there a little bit. Yep, I like that. Again, you want to make sure that it is straight. So this here is straight, this here is straight, and this is looking pretty good too. So I might pop the other half. I don't know if we'll even see it under there. Just so it looks like it's been extended. Let's give it a go, hey? Oops. Can't quite see what I'm doing under there. Oh, okay. This here might be better. So when you're doing anything like this, I also find the best thing to do is just load it up with glue and then just let it sit. Don't keep fiddling like I'm doing right now, because the more you fiddle, it just never has the chance to grab and set. So I'm going to leave that. That looks quite straight. Let's let's have another go. What I might actually do is stick a little bit of foam tape on the back of that. Oops. I can just get it to sit there. There we go. Pop another bit of glue on the back of that, and that should just help lift it up a little bit, and you shouldn't see it either. And of course that's come unstuck. Just poke that under there. There we go. There we go. That's a bit better. It's just sitting up a bit better now. Okay, so that's that. Oops. I did also look at adding maybe just a couple more of these, but maybe I'm going for overkill now. Oops. Oh yeah, couldn't I add a couple there maybe? Why not? Yeah, we could just sit up on top of that, couldn't we? Again, just let it grab, let it sit and let it grab. Don't keep playing with it. Where else can we stick them? Right under here maybe? Maybe on top. There we go. It's only two. Generally I work in threes, so I'm thinking we could just tuck one under here. And it doesn't have to be flat either. You can have it just sitting up a little bit. That's it. Should we pull? I should pull this out, shouldn't I, before it all gets stuck. There we go, we're good. Okay, now butterfly or bird. Oh man, hard decision. Do we go with the bird for something different? Okay, let's go with the birdie. Let's try something different. I'm going to tuck him in here. So let's pop a little bit of glue on the back of him. There we go. The other thing I was going to pop on is perhaps a sentiment, and I like to use these wordplay from Dusty Attic. I don't know how much I have left. Oh, that little love might be just perfect. And it's also just a pop of black that I like too. I could even just stick that here. So when I create my page, I can still add a title. This little thing's crooked. He needs a little bit more glue. I'm being fussy now, being a bit picky. I like the word love, but I feel like it's a little bit too short. It's getting lost. It needs something longer. How about sunshine? How about not? Well, we have friendship. That might look nice. What do we think? Here maybe? I think here. I think if I lift this up a little bit, she'll still be able to read it. Yep, let's just do it, hey? Now again, are we straight? I think we are. Okay, just let me clear up a little bit of mess here. I think we are done. The only other thing I had thought of doing was then perhaps sitting the whole lot on top of this. I don't know, but let's try. This one there. One up here. One over here. Right. Let's just see before I go popping out the middle whether I could then sit this whole just to give it a little bit of something extra. Kind of like that. And I like that you can see through here as well. Is it overkill? Doesn't matter. Because if you like it, it really doesn't matter, does it? Let's just see. Kind of like that. Let me see if I can get a piece of pattern paper just to give an idea how it's going to look on a page. I'll probably just see if I can find something here that's going to go a little bit. 2 seconds, I'll be back. So I decided to commit to that frame. I have inked it in the turquoise ink, heat embossed it and added some of the aged brass wax to it. I've attached it to the back of this doily, and you'll see because there's a bit of uneven surface, I've had to use some foam tape to make it even. Then I pulled out some paper because I just wanted to show you my thinking now. So I've gone through my paper stash and I've found this paper here, which is Uniquely Creative's Once Upon a Christmas. So this would look really cool here. You've got all this here that complements your embellishment. You can stick your photo here. And you've got your page done. So that's one idea. The other idea was, okay, here's another page. Let's just slide that off again. Now you could pop this here, whoops, but you can also add another photo. So you can get 2 photos on your page. And that's just with your pattern paper, so you really don't need to add anything else. You could just add a title if you wanted to. If you want to add some mixed media background, you could, but the pattern paper is quite pretty, so you don't need to do much to it. Or the other thing, again, if you still want to have your own little bit of creativity, is just to go, whoops, Again with another totally plain background. And then you've still got lots of space to add some mixed media background, to add some texture. You could probably actually even add another photo up here, I think. I don't have a 3x4. Oh, hang on. Oh wow, that photo even goes perfect with that embellishment. But yes, you could add another photo here as well. I probably wouldn't put them together. I'd lift one up a little bit just so it looked not quite so uniform. So yeah, that's how I put together my little embellishments. All the bits that I've used to create this install now, and this actual embellishment itself, I will photograph it later so you can get a better look at it, and that will also be online as well. It was a little bit of a long video. I wanted to record the whole process so you could actually see what goes on in my brain, if that's even possible, and explain to you, walk you through it. So if you've got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, have a wonderful weekend and I will see you soon. Bye.